Good morning, liberty lovers, freedom fighters, and the curious who happen to find your way to this video. This is a tour of January 14th, 2013. Kindly take a seat on the Liberty bus and we will begin our tour of the day. Check out things that are going on. First of all, Benjamin Fulford's new blog is up for the week, January 14th, 2013. Very interesting blog this week. Signs that the satanic cabal is headed for a decisive defeat are proliferating. Alex Jones this morning said that they are in check, which doesn't mean the end of a chess game, but they are nearing the end of their time in power, which is good news. One thing that Benjamin says a lot of things that are very interesting. Unfortunately, it's a subscriber blog beyond this point, and it's great to subscribe if you can. If you can't, somebody typically reads his blog in a YouTube video in a day or two after the post is put up on his website. If you are waiting for the release of funds, dinar, whatever, there is an interesting aspect of this week's blog that says that some of the gold that is intended to back the new system, although it doesn't say it that clearly, but the gold that is being reclaimed is, the cabal has said that it's communist China gold, therefore it can't be used. I don't know. Just another excuse. Hopefully they will all continue to wear very thin. Now this is a heartbreak. Aaron Swartz, suicide activist who stopped SOPA bill, co-founded Demand Progress. Look at that face, man. What a sweetheart. This man was all about not only internet freedom, but freedom of information. He had been indicted for making public some information from MIT that was copyrighted. However, the information had been gleaned from studies that were done with taxpayer money. So he's a hero. My hat's off to him. I don't believe he killed himself. I believe he was suicided, most likely. And we all owe him a debt, and perhaps we can pay it by continuing to demand freedom of information, internet freedom. You may not know this, but the idea of copyright began to be propagated after the Gutenberg press was developed. Copyright is more about limiting who has access to information than it is about honoring and compensating artists and authors. Just some food for thought there. The Intel Hub a few weeks ago, maybe a month or more now, had an article that said that it named freedom of information and actually pirating as one of the loose shingles that has potential to blow the roof off of cabal control. So I have written some books myself. Most of them are available free in PDF format online. And there might be one that's not, just because it's out of print. Maybe I should scan it and make it available. Last night I listened to Barbara Honegger in person. Now this was an account that a Facebook friend of mine gave of information that was released in a talk about the Pentagon being attacked in 9/11. This is very interesting information. I need to get permission from my Facebook friend let's talk about copyright now. I just want to honor my Facebook friend and get permission, and I will have this in a file that you can read. Some things came out in this talk that I was not aware of. I guess I was vaguely aware of. There were trillions of dollars, maybe as much as $5 trillion, that has never been given account of, and the information was stored on some computers that were blown up on 9/11 in the Pentagon. So Alex Jones this morning is all excited because he's going to have on the Obama phone lady. And I mentioned this because I believe that we are turning the corner. I believe that NESARA is going to be implemented. I believe there is going to be a vast degree of liberty released. One concern that I have is that because so much has been made about Obama being African American people might feel slighted if Obama is removed from office due to crimes, whatever. So I hope that we all can be a little sensitive to the implications of the change that we want to see, and if we can, whatever we can do to ease the transition for others, show kindness, show respect. And I know Alex is, he took this lady to dinner last night, and I know that he will honor her, and we need to honor one another. When the cabal is removed, I mean, they have had the attitude that they're better than us. We need to be aware that we are not really better than other people. Boy, you're getting a regular show here with me focused on InfoWars page. More than you bargained for, right? Speaking of NESARA, on NESARA News, that we have this article, Hello, Truth, Health, Wealth, and Freedom Seekers. This article is declaring that these funds are going to be very soon released. Like I said, in my mind, this is tempered a little by what Fulford said, that the gold still has not been placed into a position where it can benefit people. But I do believe that that's coming, so we just hold on and hope that people like this are right. And one more comment I wanted to make about this change coming. If the cabal is losing power, you might wonder how they managed to have that guy indicted and suicided, the Internet Freedom gentleman. I think they're trying to set the tone for the future. I think they want to lose as little as possible, with the idea, the hope that even if they're deposed at this time, at some time in the future, they will rise again. And the more restraints and constraints they place upon us, fear, whatever, the more freedom, the less freedom that we will have, and the less ability to resist them in the future. I hope that we're all aware of that going forward. Don't let your guard down and assume that everything's going to be okay when change begins to happen. It is still incumbent upon us to watch very closely, to be the watchers on the wall, and to make sure they don't put anything over on us. Where is the Iraqi dinar now? Plus protocol update 204. That's what I want to know. Where is the Iraqi dinar now? This is 204. As I posted this, 204, 304, and 404 were on NESARA blogspot.com, nesaranews.blogspot.com. The first one had not been posted yet. I'm quite sure that by the time you listen to this video, it will have been posted. So that is my good news for the day. At this hour, U.S. Treasury Secretary-designate Jack Lew is ready to sign off on the final implementation of the Wanta-Reagan-Mitterrand protocols. Please, God, let it be true, in Jesus' name. the other people's free will is involved, so that's not an absolute. But I truly hope the ball is being moved down the field as reported. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that you are enjoying a fine winter day today. This is a She Who Will Walk in the Dark production. And more and more closely is coming the moment, and is coming the dawn. So don't be afraid. Love one another. Insist on your liberties that are guaranteed by the Bill of Rights. And take care.